We're going to be looking at programs and projects in this video. Now, your first question is going to be, but we don't work within projects and programs, and that's fully understandable. But your data, your qualitative data, your information needs some kind of structure to it. And the easiest way to structure things is to kind of use terminology and things that you're familiar with and you understand. So your programs and your projects, yes, in theory, they're technically not what we would traditionally call programs and projects, but we're using that terminology to give them some structure that you can work to. Now, you can use this for programs and projects. That's one of the fundamentals of the system, but it's not necessarily just for that. So you'll see here we've got a program called Business Plan 24. This could just be your business strategy. It could be what you want to achieve, could be your goals, could be your corporate plan. There's lots of things it could be. You wouldn't necessarily call it a program of work. It might just be your business as usual kind of work that you're getting on with. But we're thinking about structure. How do we give things a start point and end point? How do we use them so that we can look information up and reuse that in the future to work better and become better at what we do? So here, as this example, we can see we've got a business plan, and our business plan has 3 projects. Our projects are our sales plan, our operations plan, and our marketing plan. Those 3 together are essentially what makes up that business plan. If we go back here, you'll see we've got a digital transformation one. We might have an emerging tech one. A course I did many years ago, key person of influence. Here we've got 5 projects under that. So again, you wouldn't necessarily think of this as a program. It was a course that I went on where you would learn lots of information. It would take you through it. You're continuously going back to the information within it, using it, reusing it, trying to get better at your pitch, trying to publish more, trying to productize everything you do, creating your profile, making your profile better, working in partnerships. Again, the kind of business as usual stuff for a business, but we're trying to capture the data behind what we've done in each of them. So we've called Key Person of Influence program, and then the 5 elements of it are each an individual project. And again, like everything in the system, very, very quick and simple. You click new, you add the name, the start dates, who's going to be running it, whether it's linked to anything else, and a description, and then you click save. That creates your program. Underneath that, you can then create projects. And again, new projects, very, very quick. Click new, add some information in, start dates. If you've got budget for the amount of work that you're going to be doing, put that in. And plan number of races. This just makes you think a little bit whether you want to record that information weekly, monthly, quarterly. So you'll be breaking your project down into smaller chunks. And that'll be done on the planned start date and planned end date. One of the reasons why it works quite well is if you go and buy a book talking about agile project management in many ways is defined as a project that has a fixed length of time and has fixed resources, but what you're doing within that time period can change, and you can be agile, you can be adaptable. It's the same thing you do as a business. So most of us will work to a financial year. So that's our set time period. We're then saying what resources we've got. We know what resources we've got because we know who works in our business. Yes, we might hire more throughout the year, but in general, we know what that is and we know what that number is. So what we're going to do within pitch or in product or in profile or any of these other elements, that's the bit that's fluid. That's the bit that can change and adapt. So in a way, a lot of the work, a lot of the work that we do technically, and the agilists will argue this till they're blue in the face with me, technically, you can call it an agile project. And that's what we do. So our program might be longer, but our project's generally financial year. And we know that we then break them down into races and tasks and actions. But again, it's very, very simple, straightforward. We put information in. Anything that's kind of underlined means it's come from another element of the system and is clickable. We've got start dates, end dates. We can put budgets in, description of what it is. I can't believe I've not put that in. There should be a description there. If you want to capture when you actually started, actually ended, that's up to you. There are some project close elements. These were asked for within particular projects. You don't have to use these. The one that we do talk about, though, is this rating. So when you do close your project down, we very much advocate that you give it a gold, silver, bronze rating. Now, you can allocate those as you kind of wish. There's no set criteria. But what you're trying to do is look at the end of the year, and again, looking at your numbers, how well you've done as a business. You're looking at that and saying, this project was a bronze. So we didn't achieve everything we wanted to. It wasn't quite as good as we thought. And therefore, when we're planning for next year, we can look at what we did over the year. We can look at all of our races. We can look at all of our tasks, all of our decisions, all of that information, and make sure that next year we hit silver or we hit gold. Because again, the system is designed to help you improve. It's about improving you as a business. So that project close just allows you to get to that point. And within projects, again, on hold, in progress, you get all of quick links to information. You can have access to files. You can upload documents to it. So your business plans can be in there, your spreadsheets if you want them, PDF documents, anything you're doing, you can add to the actual work, all of your races, all of your tasks and actions. And then there is a Salesforce's tool Chatter built into it, so you can have conversations about this particular project as well. But again, very, very simple, straightforward. You've got all the usual options of creating your own list views over here on different types of projects you want to look at. And you've got the options to view it as a table, a Kanban, or split view as per pretty much every screen. So yes, technically you can all argue that a lot of the work you're doing isn't projects, and projects are different and they're separate and everything else. But we're talking about collecting your qualitative data, how you're going to use it as a business, how you're going to understand that. And using this kind of terminology is simple and straightforward. It's something that everyone can follow. So yes, technically we might be slightly incorrect, but logically it makes a lot of sense to manage things in this way. And how many you run? You don't need a program. You could run everything just as a single project. You can run it as multiple projects, multiple customers, multiple clients, looking at your business, different departments. You might have, as I said, a sales department, a marketing and operations department. You might be a very small business and not have 3 separate departments. You might just have one. Not really about that. It's about just giving a structure to something that you can then break down into smaller chunks and use that information wisely as your business grows, as it develops, as you become more efficient, more effective, increase sales, all of that kind of stuff. So again, promoting the whole story behind the numbers piece as to why you've done what you've done. So hopefully that was useful for you, and look forward to seeing you some other videos. Thank you.